down at the 30. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Going up top on first down. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice bet.
He's got it! The Red Raiders racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was...
Lets it fly! And the DB right with him to knock it away.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He's moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And now on second down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They want to just keep throwing it. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown LSU! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He'll bring it out. It's Cooper. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Offense getting set for first down. Try to get it to the edge. Ran through the contact. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. He's right on target. And he's wrestled to the ground. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll run the option. And the Red Raiders will move the sticks with the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The will run the offense out onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this.
He's loose. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he tacked on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He's going to pass. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And that is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks.
He's going up top. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. The Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's got his man. Delivers the stiff arm. Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he could do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up with a 2. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off-play action on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away to buy time. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Offense with jumbo personnel. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
A lot of times you can tell by the pass set, that tackle gets really, really quick. You can tell that ball's going to come out quick. Great job by the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got room at the 35. He's loose down the left side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Trying to get to him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback extends the play. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. LSU now operating in the red zone. He wants to throw it again. Dances away. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now You got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Cooper. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive.
Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Running it back, it's Lacey. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. The sure hands, it's Genty. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. And the D deny them on second and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cooper. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To throw, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this